5 years ago, I started a YouTube channel, and it changed my life for the better. So in this video, I'm going to take a look at the circumstances as to why I started a YouTube channel, including the equipment that I used, along with some advice for new creators. Towards the end of this video, I'll ask the question, is it worth starting a YouTube channel? In answering that question, I'll draw on my experiences over the past 5 years and reveal my answer. And it's an answer which might surprise you. But first, let's look at why I started a YouTube channel. I started my channel as a lockdown project whilst I was on furlough during the coronavirus pandemic of 2020. The pandemic was a difficult time for the majority of us, and many of my friends found themselves out of work that year, either because they were self-employed and their work dried up. Many were unemployed when furlough ended, as the businesses they had worked for had become unviable and closed down. I was naturally concerned for myself and needed to come up with a plan just in case my own circumstances changed. I had already been looking at several self-employed work options, but YouTube potentially offered a rather unique way of changing my future for the better, compared with many of the options I had already researched. I thought that this might be an interesting option that was worth pursuing. Back in 2019, I hosted a Jane's Walk in Colchester. A Jane's Walk is a neighbourhood walk which takes place in towns and cities all over the world in memory of Jane Jacobs. She was an American-Canadian journalist and author who championed urban spaces. My walk was rather successful, and I had planned to do another in 2020. But these, like all activities that year, they were cancelled due to the pandemic. Some people hosted a virtual walk via Zoom, simply reading notes to anybody who tuned in to listen. But this approach is very corporate and not really the best way to engage with an audience, and certainly no substitute for participating in a real walk around the streets. I knew that I couldn't realistically produce a video in time for the planned week of that year's events, so I set about to plan something that could be watched the following year and every year afterwards, and my YouTube journey began. I'd been experimenting with video creation for a few years beforehand and uploaded my first YouTube video back in 2014, uploading a few other videos since, but personal circumstances back then occupied nearly all of my free time. This was something that I just let lapse. I did have something to show back in 2020, but this wasn't what I had envisaged going forward long term. I began by looking at the content that I had produced and researched just how YouTube could possibly provide an income. I had plenty of time on my hands that year, like most people, so I decided to pursue this, setting about redesigning my channel and the social media to accompany it. As I was interested in history and travel, this is what I set about focusing on, and my first two travel series were from Luxembourg City and Trieste in Italy. I made numerous mistakes as I started making my first two series, but I had a plan, and no other travel vlogger that I've come across so far is really producing travel videos in the same way that I am. I drew my inspiration from Michael Palin's globe-trotting travels and those of Simon Reeve, plus Rick Steves' travels around Europe. There are also those celebrities who have made their own travel series, traversing the countries they visited. Each of their travel series had a short series trailer, which invited their viewers to watch the full travel series. This was a format that seemed to work, and so to date, as of June 2025, I've produced 19 travel series over the past 5 years, with varying successes and with many more series planned. Other travel creators simply make a video or two from where they are and move on to the next location, often making each video as a standalone video. After 5 years, my channel is monetized and I'm earning a small amount of money from the videos that I've produced. I still have a long way to go, but my channel is going in the right direction. Let's look at what's needed to start a YouTube channel and just how I started mine. To get started, all you need is a mobile phone and a good idea. That was all I had to start with, and of course a Google account with which to access the YouTube creators section. Secondly, you need to decide on your niche, or in simple terms, what your videos will be about. What are you passionate about? What are your hobbies and interests? And do you know enough about the subject to challenge the established channels within that niche? Ask yourself, what will make your channel different? How will you stand out from those established channels? And why viewers should watch your channel compared to watching those videos from the other channels? Once you have worked this out, or perhaps I should say, once you have spent numerous weeks and months researching your chosen niche, watch hours of video content from a variety of different creators, made numerous pages of notes about those channels and their videos. In doing this, you will need to analyze their video topics, video ideas, video structure, plus review all the social media sites that these channels have. Only then will you have an understanding of what they are doing, and more importantly, what they're not doing, to find any gaps in the market. You will then discover just why these channels are successful, or appear to be successful. You'll then be in a better position to understand what the established channels are not doing, and perhaps this might give your channel a better chance of competing with these channels, attracting some of their viewers to regularly watch your channel. Take a look at the channels that gave up. Those channels who published a few videos and haven't published anything new in recent years. Look at their videos and see what worked for them, or perhaps just see what ideas they had. Read their comment section and see what their viewers had to say, and perhaps you might just work out why they gave up. Write down the unique selling point of your new channel. Why should viewers subscribe and follow your channel? What can you offer them that the other channels can't or currently don't? What is going to make you as a creator stand out in the crowd? How will you make your channel engaging so that viewers keep returning to see more? It's not easy, not by a long shot. Think of a name for your channel and create a brand idea. Try and make it unique so that no other channel has the same or similar sounding name as yours. Stand out from the crowd as much as you can and be unique. Write down all your video ideas. You will need to produce a new video every week. Over the next 5 years, that would be 260 videos. Plan well. This way you have a better chance of succeeding. But if you don't plan, then you simply plan to fail, which is probably the reason why some of those channels just gave up. Create your header, logos, etc. Write a good description of what your channel is about. This will be your opportunity to sell your channel to the world, so take your time to get this right. Once you have done all of these things, you are now in a position to consider making your first video or series of videos. My channel name is also unique, as is my personality, video structure, content branding, and presentation style. I therefore stand out as being unique in almost every regard. I could just copy what others are doing, but there'd be nothing to be gained from that, and my viewers will soon see that I'm copying other channels and stop watching. For example, I could make a video about the top 10 places to visit in a particular city. My top 10 list would simply be the same as everybody else's, and nobody would watch it, and YouTube wouldn't promote it. So what can you do to be different? It's not easy, but think outside the box, and you may find the answer. There is more to YouTube than simply creating a video. There is so much to learn. If somebody wants to become a doctor, a lawyer, pilot, or a plumber, for example, they spend several years learning how to become a doctor, a lawyer, a pilot, or a plumber. Many years of training followed by numerous exams. It's the same with YouTube, except there are no exams. You'll have to learn how to plan a video, how to use the camera to achieve the best results, how to talk to the camera and engage with an audience, how to edit a video, how to add in effects like color grading, use chroma key, create graphics, animations, utilize AI, and master other editing tricks. Learn marketing and social media, plus many more social media skills as well, including networking with others. It's also important to learn about copyright issues and other legalities to ensure you don't fall foul of any of YouTube's community guidelines. This all takes time, and there is plenty to learn. After 5 years, I don't know everything. I'm still learning new skills each month, and I still have so much more I need to learn. Try and make a beneficial change in every new video you produce. Even small changes will help you create a better video and grow your channel. There is so much to learn, which is probably the reason why so many other people just gave up. Once you have your idea planned out, then go out and make several videos before making your first one public. This may mean that you have to delay showcasing your videos to the world for several more months, but you will get better results this way. Create your channel headers, description, social media links and everything else that you will need, including a music license to Epidemic Sound or any other music website. This way you can use music and sound effects without any copyright issues. There is a link in the description below to Epidemic Sound if you don't already have one. And it's my choice of music for all my videos. Once you have achieved all of this, you are now ready to upload your first videos. The best way to start is by making 6 videos and uploading them, ensuring they are all set to private so they can't be viewed. Then, in one go, set all 6 to public and promote them through your social media. If people enjoy them and get some benefit from watching one of your videos, they are more likely to watch another and then another, which they will be able to do so as you've uploaded 6. Hopefully they will subscribe to your channel in the process, and this will accelerate your channel growth towards monetization. The requirements for the YouTube Partner Program or full YouTube monetization are currently 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in any rolling 365-day period. You have a better chance of reaching these minimum requirements faster and establishing your channel compared to uploading one video followed by another at periodic intervals. Try and stick to a regular upload schedule, once a week, once every 10 days, every 14 days, or even monthly, working around your lifestyle and your work commitments. Uploading more frequently only creates more work for you, and if you have a regular job, which I currently do, then once a week should be manageable. If you are late or miss a week, then it's no big deal, but do try and stay consistent. One good quality video will always perform better compared to several uploads in a week or daily uploads. Quality is always better than quantity. When creators say they do YouTube full-time, we take it from their words that this is their main job and only source of income. For the very select few it might be, but for the vast majority, YouTube is just one of their income streams. They probably have a full-time job that allows them to create regular content, developing their channel as a secondary or tertiary form of income. Others might be in good financial position where they can give up their regular job or have pensions or property portfolio incomes which provide their main income. Many creators have a series of passive incomes from online courses. They create music downloads, ebooks or photography downloads which also supplement their income. Others might work as travel consultants, travel writers, or undertake other remote work to help pay for their travels. Not everyone relies upon YouTube as their main income. I have several income streams, including my ebooks, all of which can be found on my website. At the beginning of this video, I asked a question. Is it worth starting a YouTube channel? Let's look at this question in a little more detail, and I'll give you my answer based upon my experience over the past 5 years producing travel content for YouTube. We all watch our favourite creators creating their content in their chosen niche, and we look forward to their next video. Some are travel vloggers just like myself, travelling around from one destination to another, and they seem to have a great time, great fun visiting the locations that they go to. Is this their reality or simply the image they want to show you? Do they do YouTube for a living or simply as part of their regular work, but give the impression that YouTube is their full-time job? A great deal can be achieved with editing, even to the extent that what you're watching might not always be their reality. Perhaps they simply edit their content to make it look like they're in a life of luxury for several days, when in reality they were just passing through that city for a few hours, sitting by the hotel pool or filming beside someone's Lamborghini or in somebody else's hotel room, just long enough to deliver that piece to camera. Let's look at the realities of being a travel vlogger on YouTube, working around my full-time job. When I travel, I usually get out of bed around midnight and drive to the airport. Or I arrive the evening before and spend numerous hours waiting in the airport departure lounge in order to depart on one of those first flights out around 5:30, 6:30 in the morning. I then travel to my destination, arriving in the city around late morning, where I make one video, arriving at my hotel some 18 to 36 hours after I got out of bed. Perhaps longer if I spent all night in the airport. These are very long and exhausting days, as are most of my days when I travel. Long hours are the main feature of my travels, often making 2 videos in a day as I travel around. All my videos require hours of research to ensure I produce an interesting and fun video, showing my audience something different from each location that I visit. If I didn't, then my videos would show me doing ordinary activities like going shopping, drinking coffee, passing through airports or railway stations, plus other mundane activities shown by so many other creators. I'd also visit all the locations which you've seen in numerous other videos, which wouldn't make my videos stand out from any of the others, because you've seen it all before. Each travel series is planned, sometimes over a year or more, in advance. I also have to stay in some appalling accommodation to help make my limited budget go further. I don't always eat in nice cafes and restaurants, as eating out is very expensive, opting instead for a microwave meal from the local supermarket. Sometimes eaten cold, which isn't ideal. But I have to eat, and this is sometimes the only way in order to travel within my budget. If you think that my income from YouTube pays for everything, then sadly not. Nowhere near. I currently earn a few pence each day, which is just enough for a cheap monthly meal somewhere, and nowhere near enough to be utilised for any form of regular travel. Many hours of work go into every video behind the scenes, and this impacts upon my social life, which now revolves around video creation. Very long hours and a great deal of commitment for very little reward, if you measure that reward monetarily. However, despite the long hours and little income, I've had so much fun and learned so many new skills from being a content creator on YouTube, and I've gained so much satisfaction from doing so. I've travelled to some amazing places, discovered some incredible history, often visiting places I wouldn't have thought about visiting if it hadn't been for YouTube. Along the way, I've met some lovely people from all walks of life, and it's been a pleasure to have met every single one of them. I stayed with some lovely host families, all of whom were complete strangers when I arrived. They allowed me into their home and made me feel welcome. I've also met numerous other YouTubers and social media people, many of whom are now firm friends, especially the other creators who I've met and worked with on YouTube. YouTube has made a massive difference to my life and given me a positive outlook for the future, far more than any other option that I had looked into 5 years ago. I hope one day to be able to travel more and to do what I enjoy doing and make YouTube my full-time job. Perhaps in the future that might be a reality. Who knows, as anything is possible with YouTube if you go about it the right way. At the beginning of this video, I asked a question. Is it worth starting a YouTube channel? There are two answers to this question, and only you can decide which answer is right for you. The first answer is yes. If you think that you have an idea, a good idea, then go for it. Don't expect it to be easy, because it isn't. It's hard work, long hours, long commitment, and for very little thanks, very little reward, and for very little money. But you will have fun doing it, especially as you never know where your YouTube journey will take you, and who you might meet along the way. Just keep persevering, and you might make a success of it one day. Saying that, the answer is also no. Don't start a YouTube channel in the expectation that you'll be a famous social media star, or you'll get rich, or it's easy. You'll do it because your friend says they will do one and you want to be better than them. Because it won't work. Do YouTube for the right reasons and set your expectations low to start with. Set small achievable goals to help motivate you along the way. But don't be too disheartened if those goals aren't achieved within your ideal timescale. It's up to you to decide if YouTube is right for you, as there are other options to earn money besides working a regular job. The next big YouTube stars of the future, those who will occupy the top slots on the platform, already have a channel and a strategy which they are working on. In 10 years or more, they will have achieved a good following on YouTube and grown their channels simply by hard work and commitment. But what about my future on YouTube? I always knew that this would be a 5 to 10 year project to get myself established on YouTube, given the travel niche that I was in. This would take me towards retirement and hopefully give me a small income during retirement. This is the principal reason why I do YouTube. It's my retirement income. The cost of living is rising for everybody, and it's important that we all prepare for our own futures. Since I started my travel channel, I'm slowly developing a second transport channel. Travelling can be fun at times, and when thinking outside the box, there is some fun to be had with public transport in the form of transport challenges. Travelling can also go wrong, so it's good to show that side of transport as well. Hopefully when I retire, I'll have 2 channels generating a small income. Wherever my YouTube journey takes me, it will be an adventure. I didn't get into YouTube with any grandeurs of being a social media star, striking it rich, or looking for that 5-star luxury lifestyle, or to buy a Lamborghini. I did it for the fun, for the adventure, and to meet new people, make new friends, and broaden my horizons in life. As long as I'm able, I'll keep making videos from my travels and hopefully inspire others to go out and explore the world. It's a big place, and there's so much to see, even locally, where you live. Life is short, and too often there is the unexpected. Whatever you decide to do in life, have fun and make life work for you. Whatever you do and wherever life takes you. If YouTube and social media is something you want to get involved with, then plan your idea, make it work, and have fun doing what you're doing. And if it doesn't work out, then perhaps make some changes and keep trying. Perhaps using YouTube as a stepping stone to learn new skills to forge a better career. Perhaps in a media-related position that isn't YouTube. If you already have a channel that isn't performing as well as you had hoped and you're thinking of giving up, then take another look at it. Take a look at what you're doing and make some changes. Find your niche and keep trying. And if all else fails, you can always enjoy watching some of my travels and share my adventures from the comfort of your own home. If you want to know more about how I travel, how I afford to travel, the costs of my travels, or how to vlog, then I have several videos covering all of those subjects to help you plan your travels and make videos. I hope you've enjoyed this video and gained something from watching it. Please hit that subscribe button and follow my journey. And we'll see you in a travel series very soon. Thanks for watching.